One of the exceptional things about Dr. Selikoff was he understood that he needed to do more than just publish these things in medical and scientific journals. He needed to get the word out to the public. And so I would like if speakers on the panel can recall examples, or maybe one or two, of examples where Selikoff's willingness and ability to speak to the media in plain English that ordinary people could understand enormously enhanced the importance of his contribution.
I think one of the things that Dr. Selikoff was a master at, and I learned about from him, was that he was a master at dealing with the media. When he would have his conferences in New York, he would include the media. He'd have them come to the New York Academy of Sciences. He would see that there were stories in the local newspapers in New York. He would see that it would get some airtime on television. He was really quite good at that. And I mean, the comment I made about putting a notice in with, you know, at the time, some millions and millions of Social Security checks for anybody that worked in shipyards. He was wonderful at not only doing the science and publishing about it, but getting the word out to the public at large that asbestos was a dangerous material. And at every opportunity he would do that. Occasionally when I get asked to comment to the press on asbestos or other environmental issues, the reporters always say, well, you know, well, why do you do this? And I said, well, in a lifetime I may teach, you know, a few thousand students, but if there's an article in the paper or something on TV, you reach tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people.
That's a great point. You have something you want to add, Dr. Oliver? I think I can take this out. Here you go.
Just a quick comment about this conference that was held in 1990 in New York about the third wave of asbestos disease. I think Dr. Selikoff intuitively understood that this big conference, international conference in New York, in a hotel in downtown New York, would get some press, would get some attention, and would encourage, if not force, people to recognize the vast problem that exists and existed in public buildings in the United States and all around the world. And he was right, I think, I hope.
It's a great point, Barry. That was a great question. Anybody else want to add? Or?
Hello, this is Dick Lehman.
Yes, we hear you. You're coming from the ether. All right.
I'll just tell you a short story, and I promise it'll be short. Dr. Selikoff and I and other colleagues were on a way to a meeting at the International Agency for Research on Cancer in Lyon, France, and we stopped in Paris, and Dr. Selikoff had been asked to talk to students who, at one of the universities in Paris, had experienced an asbestos problem, similar to what Dr. Oliver was talking about in Philadelphia and other places. We went to the university, and Dr. Selikoff took us along with him, and when we got there, the auditorium at the university was completely filled, and there were people standing all around outside trying to get in to hear Dr. Selikoff's talk. So he arranged with the university, they opened up another auditorium, which in itself became filled. Dr. Selikoff had an extra pair of slides of his talk with him, so he sent me with those slides to the other auditorium to set those up and follow his talk. He was very well liked, and he was known in Paris not just because of this one university's problem, but also because of his reputation with working with asbestos and researching asbestos, its causes, and its prevention. So that was back in the mid-1970s, and it was an honor for me to do that. But that was the type of man Dr. Selikoff was.
Well, what a great way to end this panel, and really this is a truly, you know, for us, this is like sitting around the fire talking about one of our most famous heroes. So what a great panel, folks. Please join me in giving them a round of applause.